Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. How's everybody doing today? It's Friday, which means, do you know what it means? It means absolutely nothing. Well, Friday nonetheless. Maybe it means more sales. Maybe it means because there's a good possibility that some people may be getting paid today because it is the end of the month and the beginning of the month is tomorrow. So that's a possibility. Um, yeah, going into February with a bang. That's always a good thing. All right, I think I got everything going. Took me a while to get my um, Zoom going. It wouldn't pick up. So fishing and picking, you're first. Oh my gosh! I think hell is gonna freeze over. Just kidding. What's this thing here? Not acting right. Well, let's see. What's going on today? What went on yesterday? That's the question. So I went to lunch. There was this. I went to that new restaurant. Me and my mother-in-law, and she had a brisket pulled pork sandwich. It was really, really good. And they topped it with, instead of putting barbecue sauce on it, they put queso on it. And it was really good. I mean, it was so big you couldn't pick it up and like eat it. You had to cut it into pieces and eat it. Yes, Tina, good morning. Good morning, Beth. Tina says, I like your sweater. Tina got this for me for Christmas. Thank you, Tina. It's pretty good. So then from lunch, I went into the big city, which is not a really big city. It's smaller than like Topeka, definitely smaller than Kansas City. But that's usually the town that I go into. I don't like to go into Topeka. It's probably a little bit further. So I went over there, and yes, I made it to the Goodwill. But I only picked up a few things. I think I counted 10 things that I picked up. One is or was a model helicopter. These go for about $29, and it's complete. Everything's in the box, still put together. I mean, not put together, but it's all connected. No glue required, so it's a snap-on one. So that was cool. I got that for $149, I think. And then picked up this little mouse, which I thought was cute. I'm going to see if I can't scan it into Amazon, see if I can sell it that way. And then what else? And then I found a Salvatore Ferragamo men's tie, and then a Tommy Hilfiger tie. and then I found about 5 shirts. What's going on with Todd? He's having trouble. Morning, Julie. Morning, Patty. Yeah, I found about 5 shirts. Found a Cloth and Stone. I found a Free People. I found a Speedo with the tags. It was a woman's Speedo bathing suit. I'm trying to remember what else. I think that was about it. Then I made my way to Ulta and picked up my purple shampoo. Morning, Todd.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you fine.
Woohoo!
Ringo.
Bert, Bert,
Ringo.
Bert, Bert. He's saying, Bert Picker.
There's Jason. Oh. Jason. Oh, Jason. Ringo. Oh, my God.
I may be out some this morning. I've got Larry, the cable guy, coming this morning.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Jason said back from our cruise, met a nice couple from Kansas. They didn't know you, though. Imagine that. Imagine that. I hope you had a good time on your cruise. I need to go on a cruise. I need to do that. But first of all, I need to move to Texas. That's what I really need to do.
Yep. Then just drive over to Galveston and get on your ship and go out. Yep.
Uh-huh. Yep. One of the places that I really want to go to and visit is, and it sounds crazy, but I want to go to Victoria, Texas, because that was originally the place that I was supposed to move to, and that was pre-Mike.
Huh.
Yeah, that was a town that I had 3 darts, and I threw 3 darts at a map to decide where I was going to go. And so I was, pre-Mike, I was headed to Texas anyway.
Scientific method of selection. Yeah.
Hey, you know, like I said, something's drawing me to Texas. So.
Did you fold the top half of the map down before you started throwing darts?
Well, what I told myself was, I am going to, if anything is up north. Of course, I didn't really. I don't know that I really realized, or at that point, I didn't realize that I hated snow. Because I didn't know. So yeah, I didn't do that. I don't think I would have moved to like Minnesota or anything like that, and I would have,
So even though you threw darts, you left yourself options for.
Oh yeah, there was always a plan B with each of those.
Yep.
Yeah. So Fishing and Picking says eBay cancels eBay Open for 2020. I cannot believe that they did that. That was.
They did? I never heard of that.
They canceled eBay Open.
How come?
I don't know.
Hmm.
They are doing they're coming to meet us, is what the thing said.
They're coming to my house?
Yeah.
Dang, I better get the vacuum cleaner out and fluff some pillows for them. I'm not sure I could get everybody at eBay in my living room, though. I'll have to get out the folding chairs.
Yep. Yeah, they've got towns that they're coming to, and
Huh.
they're gonna have like a 3-hour meetup. I think that was a huge mistake. Yeah, eBay's going broke. I do not believe that. I believe they're making money hand over fist, but I don't know. I think that was a big mistake on their part. I mean, I realize that, you know, eBay Open was pretty big, and they had to put a lot of money into it. Um, I don't know. I disagree with it.
I wonder if they lost their contract for the facilities they
That could have been.
always had. But there's plenty of other places they could have it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the convention center in San Antonio is huge. And there's convention facilities in Chicago and Kansas City and all kinds of places.
Yeah. Yeah, Fishing and Picking says Macari Open is on a cruise. Perfect. Perfect. Well, Mary, I'm glad he's out. She said Dan left yesterday evening, and now I understand why he kept making excuses on us going up there the last 6 or 8 months. Was up there 6 hours cleaning, took out 25 trash bags and about 7 bags of pop and beer bottles. Ugh. The bathtub enclosure was busted, and water has been leaking for a while. Bathroom is trashed.
Man.
You know, I don't know. I would say if you really, anybody can go to Vegas. You don't have to have eBay. I understand the whole, networking and stuff like that, but and I'm sure that it does cost a lot of money to run that. But yeah.
Well, sure, but they take in entry fees to get it done.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what
I mean,
they're not paying for
$500
it.
a pop. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's for the best.
Yeah, eBay's not paying for it. I don't get that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt that eBay one day will go broke, though. That Amazon just keeps getting better. I heard that Amazon is going to take over 80% of the trucking in the United States.
Huh.
Within 10 years. That's going to put FedEx out of business and UPS out of business, and all the little mom and pop FedEx drop off places will shut.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. OJ says, so you threw darts at a map, or you hit Mike, or something? Before I met Mike, I was in California, and I knew that I wanted to, experience. The kids were getting older. One was married. The other one was with her boyfriend, and, I knew I wanted to go somewhere else. I wanted to get out of California. And so I got a map, and I threw 3 darts at the map, and I said, this is where I'm going. These are my options. And I picked Texas. So, Texas was pre-Mike. But
Yeah. Did I ever thank you for my sock puppet card?
I don't think so.
Well, thank you.
Isn't that a cute card?
It is.
I seen that card. I was like, that's Todd. That's for Todd.
Rufus the sock puppet says, nothing. He's a sock puppet. Happy birthday. Not the puppet. Chick picker.
There you go.
You're awesome. Okay. That's a little belated. My birthday was the 14th of December.
Yeah.
Thank you for the lovely card.
You're very welcome.
2 months ago. A month and a half ago.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible thought. It's not that I don't want to be thoughtful. It's just I don't think to be thoughtful.
Okay.
I mean, that's weird, isn't it? I don't just plan to be thoughtful. I should, I guess.
Yeah. I think,
Okay.
and it's not about, you know, not being thoughtful. It's more about just, I think it's harder for men to remember dates or, you know, remember to pick up a card or,
Ooh.
you know, I am horrible about picking up cards, but they don't get sent. I am so awful. So awful.
Well,
Like,
if you
it's not
wait
their
a year, they're good again.
I know, but that's not the point.
I know.
Like my daughters, so I have 2 daughters. I have Julie and I have Tina, and both of their wedding anniversaries are on Sunday because they were married at the same time on the same day. And I bought 2 cards, and they still haven't got mailed out. Morning, Sally.
Ha!
You made it!
I made it, just barely.
Just barely.
By the skin of my nose.
Mike says, better darts than mine. I would have drowned, froze, or been eaten by natives. Well, Mary, she says, the antique table and dresser all scratched up. My heart is just broken. It will easily cost $3,500 to fix and replace, and the linoleum is ruined. Then add a layer of grime to every surface, including the ceiling.
Man.
You know, that is the thing, is it's hard for somebody else to, even though you were trying to help him, it was hard for him to appreciate that. It was almost like it was...
My tech guy's here. I'll be back.
Okay. It was almost beyond his means, you know. And he took advantage of your generosity to let him, you know, live there and, you know, for you to take care of him, basically, keep an eye on him. And he took advantage of that. So, and you never know what happens behind closed doors. You probably didn't want to know what was going on. Said, and gift cards everywhere. We started to stack, and we ended up with $4,500 that he spent on gift cards to send scammer women that he met online. No wonder he couldn't pay his rent, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, hopefully that won't happen, you know, now that he's leaving. Did he leave yesterday?
He left yesterday. The door is closed. Yeah. I mean, it's a huge hit, you know, on you because you got to you got to clean everything up. And I don't know. I'd almost, I mean, even with your brother, I'd almost do like a walkthrough every once in a while. Just make that a, something that needs to happen.
Just say that you need to make sure that nothing needs to be fixed or replaced.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure it'll be you'll be a little, hopefully it'll be a little bit better with your brother, but you never know. You never know how other people live and how they take care of things. So.
And you might be able to hire out with that, Mary. You might be able to hire somebody to clean that.
She probably, because she says it's going to cost over $3,500 just to repair everything that is wrong with the upstairs. So.
Good morning, Julie.
That's a lot.
Why are you calling me Miss Sally?
That's
You
your Aunt
need
Sally.
to call me Aunt Sally.
Or Auntie.
I'm not an auntie.
You're not an auntie?
I'm not an auntie. I'm Aunt Sally.
Just say that you have to change the air filters periodically. Yep, that'll do it. I mean, you don't have to be freaky. You don't have to be like, you don't have to make it weird, but
Yeah.
you do need to get in there every once in a while and just inspect. Yep, we did. Yep, he did. We are expecting a call from Texas that he is homeless and needs help. He left to move in with a 25-year-old. Yeah, but he's a grown man. He can make his own choices, make his own.
That's better, Julie. Damn it.
Maybe she saved that money for him.
That would be surprising. But
things have happened,
yeah.
I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not.
More than likely, probably not. But all you can do is say, good riddance, and you did your part for the time that he was with you, and now he's somebody else's worry. No, he's my brother. He will be having us over for dinner.
Well, that would be good.
Yeah. Hank says one way to prevent damage is to not have people live with one another that won't mess up stuff or disrespect the whole household. That's true. It's true. I mean, I have thought that, when I get to Texas, especially the area that I'm going to be in, it's a big, it's a college area. And I thought, well, if I get 3 bedrooms or 4 bedrooms, then maybe I can rent out, a room or 2. I don't know. I'm weird about that.
Yeah.
When you have to worry about your house and your belongings when you're not home and somebody else has a key.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's difficult.
I get weird about that. So, it would have to be somebody that I knew, but I would still have to really think about it. Fishing and Picking says, question, what do you all consider something vintage? For me, I consider it vintage, and there's lots of different theories on it. I would say 10 years or older.
I know that a lot of people consider 20 years
Mm-hmm.
and older vintage. I had a listing that I had stolen, and I'm gonna be honest. I stole the listing, all right, and so I mean, just the title and stuff, and it said true vintage, and so when I sold it, it was a purse.
Mm-hmm.
I sold it, and they said that it was not true vintage. And I was like, okay, so what is true vintage then to you? And she said from the 1800s.
What?
Yeah,
Antique. That is called antique. It's not.
that's what
Vintage.
I thought too.
Vintage is very loosely used because, but to me, vintage can be, 10 years ago. It could be 20 years ago. It's a very loose, um, loosely used word.
Yeah.
It to me, I don't know. Yeah, definitely 1800s is antique. That lady didn't know what she was talking about.
Yeah.
So
She said that's what they would call true vintage, is something from the 1800s. I'm like, where are you getting this? I don't. And I've tried to look it up and everything, and yeah, 20 years is what Etsy considers vintage. That's what
right.
Patty says. So I would kind of go on that. I know a lot of people go on that 20 is vintage. OJ says the definition in jewelry of vintage is that it is from a prior generation. Antique is 100 years old.
Mm-hmm.
100 plus 100 years old, or 100 plus, whatever.
Let's see. Mary said the plan was to take my brother's rent money and drop it in an account to save up to $3,500 we need to have all the hardwood floors redone, so we can put it on the market. It's a definite setback.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good idea. Patty says sometimes I use the keyword retro if I'm not sure if it's old enough to be vintage.
Yeah, I've done that too.
But I don't know. I really do consider like vintage. That's a very loosely used word, and I use it pretty loosely myself. But I would say if it's at least 10 years old, then I can use the vintage. But I try to I never put that in my first word in my listing. Otherwise you'll have, I'll have 10,000 listings with the word vintage. So, well, Mary, I hope that hell, maybe $4,000 will drop in your lap, and it'll be your way. Think positive. Put it out in the universe that you need money. You appreciate your house. Maybe something will happen, so that money will come along from somewhere.
Would I include the shipping?
What?
Somebody on Poshmark asked, would you include the shipping? No. This is not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
No. Karen says I have to stress the importance of locking the door for security of everyone's belongings for students. I even have a note on the front door. Doesn't always work. English is not their first language. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of I'm weird about that kind of thing. There you go, Mary. You need a miracle ear. That's what you need to put out in the universe. I need to find a miracle ear. Well, I know it's an added stress for you, definitely, but try to look at it in a positive way. And, I mean, even just that he's gone and, and you don't have to worry about him anymore. That's a positive thing. So, you're moving on, you're getting things done so you guys can get that place hold and get out of there, and you just have to think positive thinking.
Maybe just maybe for some reason, because I think that everything happens for a reason like that. So maybe you need to reset your goals, so that you can move and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to reset those goals and
well, she's got a lot of things coming up. They got the wedding and trying to get this place cleaned up so they can put it on the market to sell. And
excuse me.
So there's a lot of things going on, and maybe you need a little more time. Maybe that's going to be the thing. Our wedding was going to be paid with our tax refund. Now we have to use it for repairs, so the wedding might be off for a year. Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do to get things done, but yeah, everything will work out. I promise. That was a burp, Hank. That's exactly what it is. You of all people should be used to that.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, that was just a growl.
I saw the 1970s Cadillac High School yearbook yesterday.
Sweet.
And a scarf.
And a scarf. Very cool.
A scarf from Italy.
Very nice.
So they paid $27 with the shipping.
Very good.
Sounded like, what the hell's going on my phone? Whoops. I dropped it.
She's trying to break it.
Oh, I can't raise it.
That's right, Mary. No good deed goes unpunished. That's right.
Well, I don't know who it was, so.
Well, if it was, I'll call back.
They already did.
Grand Central Station.
Oh my God. I said private caller.
Oh, gotta love those. Oh.
It probably sounded really weird that oh. Was I ringing?
Huh?
Oops. It was I guess Brandon said that these people called yesterday for my, because I have to have a mammogram, and they have to pre-register me or something.
Okay.
But I think that was just them. I don't know. Oh well, they'll come back. or I'll call them later.
See, Mary, that's the thing, is you gotta have fun with it. She said we kind of had fun trying to gross each other out with the disturbing finds.
Yeah. Let's
know,
see if
when
we
we-
can find a wall with boogers on it.
when we moved in here, we kind of did the same type of thing, because basically Mike's brother lived here with his 2 kids kind of part-time, and so when we moved in, or we hadn't moved in, we had to move his brother's stuff out, and then we had to move our stuff, which wasn't much, but we had to move our stuff in. So yeah, there was some pretty disturbing, not really disturbing, like we found a couple of vibrators, which is, it was just weird, but we kind of did the same thing. Oh my gosh, Mary. Well, just think of it as, he's out, he's done, he's gone. You don't have to, you don't have to worry about him anymore. Oh my gosh. Well, on to a new chapter. That's the way you got to think about it. On to a new chapter. But yes, I did go to lunch yesterday. I did go to the Goodwill yesterday for.
You did?
I got a few things. I am not going to lie. I didn't do a video because I was ashamed.
Why? Fuck everybody else.
But I, like I said, I really put myself more on a kind of a, I don't know what you would call it, like a time, schedule where you can go in for, I told myself I can go in for an hour.
A time warp.
And I tried to stick with that. So, I got that done and picked up
It's just a jump to the left.
picked up a few things, and then I went to Ulta and I got my hair color, and I had a gift card for that. So I got 2 things of gift, or 2 things of food, so that's done. And
It says shame shopping. Oh boy.
yeah, don't you love that? I don't know why I feel guilty.
I don't know why you do either.
I just do. I don't know why, but I just do. Maybe because I'm not supposed to be spending any money. But
Well, I mean, I do it all the time.
yeah. I mean,
But I'm like, you know what? I work my ass off, so I can spend this if I want to. So whatever,
I know.
I know I shouldn't do it sometimes, but sometimes I'm like, this is my money, and
It'd be different if you were going out every day spending,
yeah.
$100 on. Oh, that was weird.
What?
The kitchen light just flickered on and off.
Hi, Mike.
That's weird. Usually doesn't do that because they're the fluorescent, the long bulbs. It's kind of weird that it did that, but oh well. Oh well. But yeah, I mean, I definitely kept it.
What'd you get?
What did I get? I found a Salvatore Ferragamo tie, Tommy Hilfiger tie, which is kind of cool because it has like this boat, like a boat.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that was good. And then I found like 5 shirts. I found Free People, Cloth and Stone, a Speedo bathing suit, new tags. Yeah, about 5 things total. So I just didn't, really settle for just anything. I could have picked up a whole bunch of stuff, but
there's a cleaner, Mary, that you might want to get. I think you can get it at the Dollar Tree. Orange something. It's like orange.
is it a spray
No.
or is it for?
It's awesome.
Okay.
That's what it is. Awesome. And that stuff takes the paint off the walls pretty much. So if you got boogers and stuff on there that you need to get down, you can.
You'll get it all done. You'll get it all done.
I know Kills is pretty good about covering stuff, but you don't want to really cover if it's got that grime.
That's your, you gotta clean it first, and then you gotta use the Kills to as a primer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll all work out. You'll get it all taken care of, I'm sure.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hank, why are you retracting your messages? But yeah,
she's just funny like that.
I got a lot of I got a few things and then headed home. But I mean, in essence, it was like 5 or 6 hours that I didn't have to list and get things up. But I worked last night. I made up for it last night, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Hank, I always do that.
Yeah, I think she does because we leave the chat on the things now.
Right.
So she just retracts them also, like.
Yeah.
So then nobody else makes sense.
That's a way to throw somebody, huh?
Yeah.
That's a good idea, Mary. Get those stick-on tiles for the bathroom and the kitchen.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh, he's in the attic now?
What is he doing? Looking at his internet?
I don't know. He didn't say.
He says tech guy, so I'm assuming it's internet.
Yeah. Maybe there's something in the attic that, satellite TV. Aha.
Mary posted a thing on Facebook that says people who work in customer service should be allowed to fight one customer per day.
I agree.
That sounds funny.
The purge.
We already had this conversation.
Yeah, we did.
I posted that video today. It came up in my memories of when Job and Jonah did like the commercial for Tip Up Town.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
That was 2012. That was 8 years ago. I can't remember. I can't believe that.
That's crazy. Well, that's the thing is, I mean, I'd hate to be a Debbie Downer, but maybe that's just part of having a renter, in your house is, um, every time somebody moves in, you're gonna have to, freshen up the place, or you may even have some major damages that you got to fix. But she says on the upside, sales are great this week.
That's good. I'm happy for you.
So you know, 6 one, half a dozen of the other. I don't know. I think I just have issues with. I think I would be I think I would be a bitch if somebody lived with me, because I would be, I would almost kind of try to mother them, and then I'm sure that they would buck against that, and then, I get upset, they get upset, and yeah, it wouldn't do anything for anybody. Sally, time to wake up. Ding, 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 ding. I know you're tired.
Yeah.
I know it.
It took everything I had this morning to, I went to the bathroom, and then Brandon came in there. He's like, oh, you're going to the bathroom. So I got up, went in the bedroom, and sat down on the bed. I was like, oh man, I shouldn't have did that. And then Brandon got ready for work and stuff, and I'm just in there talking to him, and Fuzzy was barking at me because he wanted to get on the bed. And I'm like, we're not staying in here. We're going in the hallway. And he's barking at me, trying to get me to get him up on the bed because he thinks we're gonna stay in the bedroom. I was like, oh, man, I could, yeah. Fuzzy's trying to talk me staying in the bedroom. Dang it, damn dog.
I know, she was almost down for the count. But I know she's tired. I understand. But yeah, I think my running around is done for a couple of days at least. Probably be home for today and the weekend, more than likely. Trying to get some stuff up and going. I think I have 8 going out today.
Brandon sent me pictures, said that Walmart has like so much clearance right now. I'm like, why'd you take pictures and show me that unless you want me to go shopping? So what you're telling me is I need to go shopping today. Yep. I didn't even want to go shopping for toilet paper and laundry soap. So I messaged my niece and asked her to put a bundle together for me.
Oh, well, that's
I'm like, I could spend $30 on it. And I figure she'll put about 15 items in there,
Yeah.
Toilet paper and paper towels and cleaning stuff, and usually laundry detergent and dryer sheets or whatever.
Perfect.
It's usually about 10 to 15 items, and if I'm paying $30, that's only $2 to $3 an item. So, not that bad.
No.
It's usually all stuff I can use.
And you didn't have to go anywhere to do it, so you
right.
saved yourself money because you would have spent more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too, because if I do it, then I'm going to go through all my coupons, find more stuff to buy, maybe even stuff that we don't need, even if I have coupons for it,
Ringo, what's got you worked up to this morning? He's being a major butthead. he decided he wanted both bowls of food. So he ate Elvis's too.
Now Elvis is hungry.
I never know about him. He is not all about the food. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, he'll eat it if it's there, but like this morning, I told him, go eat your food, and then he goes and lays down. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. And then I thought, well, maybe he'll get it, after, because he's weird like that. Like he doesn't want to be pressured into eating. So I thought, if I just leave him alone, maybe he'll, waddle his little butt over there and eat. And then next thing I know, I look up and Ringo's over there. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's like Prancer. I mean, even though he's so little and everything, like we for the longest time didn't. I mean, we don't ever have a problem with the dogs like growling at each other for food or anything like that. But since he was baby, he wouldn't eat when other dogs were eating. Just he didn't want to. So, we could even put the bowl on the bed or, up and away from the other dogs, and it still didn't matter. He still wouldn't eat.
Yeah.
And so, but when he eats is when other dogs are playing. If Brandon's throwing the ball for Toby, Prancer's like in excitement mode. And he jumps off the bed and he gets a mouthful of food, and then he goes back on the bed and he's crunching it in your face. But he does that whenever they're playing and stuff. He'll run down there and get food and bring it back up on the bed, like watching everybody, what everybody's doing and everything. It maybe feels like he's missing something. I don't know if he
maybe just feels like the dogs have something else, like they're doing something else, and and that's his safe time that he can go get a mouthful of food.
Yeah,
I don't know,
but he'll eat, like, I mean, for however long they're playing.
Yeah,
that's when he'll eat. He's so weird.
Yeah,
such a weird dog.
So yeah, Ringo's just, I don't know, he's a handful.
But if they're hungry, for reals, they'll let you know.
Yeah, Elvis just doesn't. He doesn't eat a whole lot. And Ringo, he's just kind of in that. He's not a puppy per se, but he still has that. I'll eat as much as I can. That's why I don't leave them food anymore.
Yeah.
I used to leave them food in a bowl all the time, but I don't do that because he will just gorge himself.
Well, that's Fuzzy. If you leave food down all day, Fuzzy will just get bored and he'll go in there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't do that. They get fed twice a day, and that's plenty.
Yeah, Mary, it goes good for a while, and then you gotta have a little drama in your life.
Drama. Shoot, I gotta watch TV to get some drama in my life.
I know, right? Hi, Anna.
Anamora. So what you got planned for the next 5 days, Sally? Sleep? Some sleep?
Just this. Yeah, I'll sleep whenever.
When you get tired?
I want to get all my inventory done. And get something set up for Brandon stuff. He's still selling stuff. He's not listing anything, but he still sells things.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he he needs some
1 or 2 a week.
boxes or,
I know what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to put all my clothing inventory on those shelves, and then at the bottom, either at the bottom or the top, I'm gonna do the jeans at there. And then, so I'm taking the jeans from my candy rack over to the other metal rack, and then he can have that candy rack.
there you go.
And I think that'll work out real well for him.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any kind of inventory system.
How many things does he have listed?
Less than 100.
Okay. So, I mean, that's still manageable, even,
Yeah.
you know, less than 100. I mean,
Good morning, Emmy.
as long as they're, you know, in the same area and, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. But on your jeans, I would put them on the bottom.
Why?
Jeans are heavier. So
Oh, okay.
I would say put them on the bottom.
Okay.
Just a thought. Good morning, Emmy May. Mimi says hi. Emmy. She's such a cutie pie.
Yes, she is.
So yeah. So I gotta get crack-a-lacking on this inventory stuff. So much to do. You know, you got a list, but you gotta get some, you know, I gotta get inventory done. I gotta get this inventory system.
Your inventory is not done yet?
No.
Oh. Okay.
No.
I'm not criticizing you. I'm just asking.
No, I still have
question.
another rack, another shelving unit to go through, find the listed items, the stuff that's listed and the stuff that's not listed, and give them numbers, and then I can, you know. No, it's not finished yet. I still have that shelf, and then I have 2 closets that I got to go through and get everything. So I've got a lot of work to do still yet.
Yeah.
Tonight's gonna be a late night. Tomorrow will probably be a late night. So I'm just gonna have to get it done. I don't want my listing to suffer from that, you know. So I'm gonna have to try to put everything in it and get it all done.
Right.
So we'll see how that
Hi,
goes.
Nikki.
I don't know.
Hi, Nikki.
It's a lot to do. Yep, Shorty had those apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. With the fur.
Boot with the fur.
That was a good song.
We're looking at her.
She hit the floor.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
What's
There you
up?
are. Were you sleeping?
Huh?
Were you sleeping?
No.
Oh,
I was really not feeling well this morning.
oh, I'm sorry.
I have a really bad cold. It keeps coming and going. It's like I don't ever I got a really bad cold a while back, and then I don't get over it completely, and it seems to come back, and then it goes for like a day, it'll come back, and then the next day I'll feel better, and then a few days later I'll get sick again, and then it goes away, and then it's weird.
Well, your immune system is down, so
Yeah.
you know that's going to happen. And that's going to probably continue to happen,
Yeah.
more than likely. But yeah, I don't know.
How are you guys?
All right.
We're doing okay.
Good.
I know Sally's Sally's getting tired. You gonna take a nap as soon as we're off here, Sally?
Probably.
Yeah, take a nap. And remember, if you want to do anything tonight, just let me know.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I don't know. Did you want to do it tonight or
I
tomorrow?
don't care. We can do it tomorrow.
I'd rather do it tomorrow.
Okay. Give you a little bit of time to
Mhm,
reprieve.
mhm.
What's tonight?
Well, I have
It's Friday night.
you little smarty ass. No, I have 5 nights off starting today,
Oh.
so me and Valerie were talking about doing a live, just a live
Hang out.
listing hangout,
Mm.
just chill. And yeah, that sweater's really pretty, Valerie.
Thanks.
I was looking at that too. Is it a sweater or is it
Yeah,
a
it's a sweater.
popcorn shirt?
No, it's a sweater. It's
Is it knitted?
yeah, it's
Mhm.
knitted, but it does have like those little tufts of yarn coming out. It's
Oh,
really
that's pretty.
it's really cute.
It is
Cute
really
little sweater.
pretty. Why'd you just show us your boobs?
I don't know. I just had the urge. Well, hey, at least I didn't flash you.
Wee!
Yeah.
That's to keep all the men interested.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, Tina got this for me. She got there's a place where she lives, and it's this lady has like a boutique, a shop, and she sells clothing. She used to sell LuLaRoe, but now she's like, she's opened up her business, and she sells a lot of different things. It's a pretty cool little place. But she does these little grab bags. They're kind of like a swag bag is what it's called. And so basically you pay $25 and you get, different things from her store. And so she did one of those. She bought one of those and she got the sweater, but she didn't like the sweater. So she gave it to me. So I like it. I think I wasn't real sure about the yellow because I'm not much of a yellow person, but yeah, I like it.
I'm just wearing my Deadpool shirt today.
Your what?
My Deadpool shirt.
Deadpool. Gotcha.
I'm sorry, did I offend you?
Huh?
It says, I'm sorry, did I offend you?
Oh, gotcha. I thought that's what you were saying to me, and I was like,
Oh.
what the hell did you? I must have missed something because I didn't hear anything. Morning, Cindy. Valerie. Good morning, Rita.
Morning, everybody in the chat.
But yeah, so we're just.
Did I show you this sweater? This one? The
think
long
so.
one? It's long.
Oh, nice.
It's super long.
It's like super duper long. It goes to my knees.
And that's actually a sweater. Good job, Sally.
Sweater shirt?
It's not a shirt.
Oh, okay. It's a sweater.
It doesn't close in the front, so it wouldn't be a shirt.
Okay, gotcha.
Only shirts close in the front, right, Nikki?
That'd be a cardigan.
Very good. You're doing well for not being a clothing seller.
Right?
I'm not dumb.
I didn't call you dumb. No, but I got this at Walmart for $20.
That's cool.
Wow.
I would love to have a big, thick, warm sweater like that, long, big, thick.
Go to Walmart right now. They have them. This was on sale. It was like on clearance.
It's big, like a big blanket
Yeah,
almost.
it's big.
It's like when I see people on TV and they're in bed, it's like, damn, their comforters look so nice. Why can't I ever find a nice comforter like that looks like that? Nice and thick and big.
Carol said it's probably a blanket. She put a hole in it.
There you go. Morning, Carol.
Morning, Carol.
Yeah, I like long sweaters too.
I never used to be like that, but now I am. I'm like,
Yeah.
for a nice big warm sweater.
Well, I pretty much been like that since I've been in Michigan, but I don't know. Like last night I went to work and I turned the AC on.
What?
Oh,
The boss has it set for 68 and
Uh,
it was 77.
wow.
And I was like, F this, I'm not doing it. I feel like I'm having a heat stroke or a hot flash or something, and I feel like my hair's on fire. I said, I'm not working like this. There's no
I
way.
don't blame you.
And I said, we can put clothes on to go outside and stuff. We can make sure that we're warm.
Yeah.
I can't take my clothes off. So unless you want it to get real awkward in here real quick, I'm going to turn the AC on.
There you go. Oh, Carol, you been lurking? Did you get all your running around done? She had to go get the dog license. She had to do some running around. You been
Is he
lurking?
Is he driving you around now?
Huh?
Is Toby driving her around now?
Yeah. That's a driver. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. That's right, OJ. Nikki scared me. She would love a big, thick worm. What? Warm. Warm.
Warm.
Not worm. Yeah.
I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
Okay. But yeah, I like cardigan sweaters. It's like wearing a big old blanket that has arms.
yeah.
Yeah. What do I got going on today? I got some listing. I need to get some inventory done. So much to do. So much to do. I was tempted yesterday just to say, screw it, I'm taking the whole day off. But I can't do that. I've actually done really well because I've consistently listed every single day. So since Thursday before last. So yeah. So I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to get those sales in, trying to get momentum going, and just keep it going. But I'm sure I'll have a day where, I don't get anything listed. Just trying to keep it on the rails. Try not to slide off. So yeah, my mother-in-law, I told her, I'm just trying to. She said, "Well, do you have a lot of sales?" And I said, "Well, I'm doing okay, but I said I'm just trying to revive my my eBay store, from being gone." And she goes, "Well, how do you do that?" And I said, list.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, she said, well, you should be able to do that with no problem. I said,
Mhm.
yes, I know. She said, you work a lot of hours already and everything. I don't know. She doesn't really get it. I think she's got a little bit of, not really dementia, but more of just kind of like memory type of thing. I don't know, like forgetting things. She, so I was walking this way towards her, and then she was walking kind of past me. And while she was walking, she looked straight at me. And I guess it just didn't register that it was me, because she just turned around and just kept on walking. I'm like,
Oh.
I said, hey. And she turned around. Oh, I didn't realize it was you. Okay.
Who's that?
Rose.
Oh,
And you were just sitting there the whole time with her, and
No, I was walking towards her because
oh,
it was
okay.
outside of the restaurant, and I was
Oh.
walking towards her. She was walking straight to the restaurant on the
Oh.
sidewalk, and so I was just gonna meet her kind of in the middle,
Yeah.
and she just looked at me like I was just some random person,
Oh.
And then she just turned around, just kept walking. And I was like, hey. And then she looked at me, and it took a few minutes to register. And she goes, oh, it's you. Yeah, it's me.
Huh.
But
Maybe her eyesight's getting bad or something.
she's getting, she's getting older. She's 76.
Oh.
yeah, you would think the purple hair would be a tip off.
Yeah, it was like
Mhm.
she looked at me and it didn't even register who I was.
Huh.
So, I mean, she's getting older,
Yeah.
That's what happens. OJ says I have someone helping me take photos now. I'm thinking of adding a few more. It's so hard to let go and let someone else do it.
It is.
I am definitely where I want to be in my business. I think that's definitely something I'm gonna have to do. And it may not be. I mean, I've never really looked into, hiring anybody around here. But I think what may be a good choice is when I get to Texas, there'll be some college students, because it's a college town. So I think I'm thinking I might have a better response, and maybe have 2 or 3 people maybe taking pictures for me, and see how that goes. And
Nice.
basically, I mean, that's all they got to do. That's all they got to do is maybe have one, maybe kind of do like an assembly line type of thing where, take one person and have them do the listing on the item, and then pass that lot of clothes down to somebody else, and they can take the pictures on the item. I don't know, that might be a little too involved.
Makes us so getting old is like being really, really stoned. Oh, I got this.
Yeah, there you go.
Nikki, I messaged Brandon, and if he can get another sweater like this, I'm gonna have him get it for you.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that probably is a little too involved. But even just taking pictures, I think that would really help me. Yeah, I know, Carol. I have an ideal. Better cover. Go for cover. My head's, things are spinning. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Morning, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Be very afraid. But those are the types of things that I feel like if I want to grow I've got a lot of growing that I can do with just myself. But if I want to grow any more than that, then I'm gonna need some help. Yeah, and maybe it's just one person, coming over 3 days a week to take pictures or something like that,
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, if you get somebody that, I mean, doesn't have any idea, what they're doing or whatever, you can mold them the way that you want
right.
your stuff done,
Right. And I mean, I understand, like you hear so often, you hire somebody or somebody hires somebody and then, they realize what they're doing and that they could do this on their own. And, I mean, there's probably going to be some turnovers, and so that's, I don't know.
Sorry to hear about that, Julie.
Yeah, Julie, that's I'm sorry, and she will definitely be in our thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
I love how you.
Huh? What, Nikki?
I don't know. She muted herself, so
Oh.
maybe she wasn't talking to us.
Possibly.
Yeah, Jason says, or OJ says, I agree, Valerie. I just need to up my ASP a little, and it will work. I've got storage units ready to go that are just sitting there. That's
Wow.
awesome. But I mean, that's okay. At least you have some help now, and even if it's just one person that can just help a little bit.
And it is going to take a lot to be able to let go and let them do, but just teach them how you want things done.
Yeah.
And say, this is the only way this is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And you just,
this is how I want it done. This is how it needs to be, and you kind of have to keep an open mind too, because maybe they could teach you something,
Yeah.
Of course, younger kids, they're more tech savvy and, they know, the little things, how, my phone is, I probably don't do near as much with my phone as I know that I could, maybe they've got some tricks up their sleeve. I don't know. But, I think it's hard to let go, but I think it's something that is going to have to happen in order to get my business where I want it to be.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Mm.
And that's something that I'm going to try to start. Even though I have a lot of clothing, I have more than enough clothing. But so when I go thrifting, I really want to focus more on picking up some hard goods. Paying attention to the hard goods, and getting those hard goods listed, because I think you have to have that I think you have to have that happy medium. OJ says, I kept training someone that might leave and do it to themselves. Thought hold me back too. Then I realized, shoot, that's better than not having anyone help in the first place. Yeah. You know, you can think that way, but that's definitely going to be a roadblock for you. You know, if they realize that, you know, they can make a little bit of income and you can, like, you know, Liz, she had told me that, you know, just do like, kind of a cheaper lot. Don't give them all your expensive stuff, especially if they're going to do it inside their home.
Right.
You know, you don't give them all of your expensive stuff the first time, or, you know, you got to get to know them and everything like that. So, I think it's a process that you have to kind of figure out and work through, see what they're capable of, and then go from there, you know?
I have TV again. Yay.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Great news.
Bring on the football.
Yeah, just in time, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That
You said
means
I need
you're-
to upgrade because I've got an HD TV and the old box is still standard.
Ah,
So I was like, I don't know if I want to spend the extra.
Does that mean I'm gonna win the challenge this week?
ooh.
'Cause you're gonna be too busy watching football.
You know the 49ers are in the Super Bowl, right?
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, 49ers.
My good old 49ers.
49ers and who?
Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, that's right. How could I forget that?
I don't know.
Because you don't live anywhere close to Kansas.
Right.
Well, is it in? That's in Missouri.
Yeah, it's in Missouri. Because there's I don't know. Because there's a Kansas City, Missouri, and there's a Kansas City, Kansas.
Oh,
Actually, most of Kansas City is on the Missouri side.
That's true. It's true. There's a Missouri River that separates. That's kind of like the line of, you know, where it's from Kansas to Missouri,
right.
but yeah, most of Kansas City is in Missouri. There you go. Rita says, me too, I lost my PlayStation View yesterday, so I got Hulu Live.
No, go 49ers.
I have never been a Chiefs fan. Never, ever, ever have been a Chiefs fan. Never been to a football game here. No desire to go here unless the Vikings were playing. But I don't even know if I would want to do that.
My cousin's man cave is just Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, he's got helmets and jerseys and plaques and furniture and everything.
Yeah. I think I'd have to go for I think I'd have to root for the 49ers. I hope they win.
Go 49ers.
Yeah, Valerie says I'm dashing dollars during the Super Bowl. That should be very good. I know, Valerie. I'm in Missouri. I could get shot for cheering on the 49ers.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
I don't really care. Mostly I watch the Super Bowl to See all the fun commercials.
Yeah,
Yeah.
halftime.
Super Bowl commercials are
You know,
usually pretty funny. Awesome.
right? But also, you learn a little bit about pop culture,
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
which
Very true.
goes along with what we do.
Heck yeah.
Speaking of
about it.
pop culture on the Super Bowl, I wonder who's
What?
performing halftime.
Oh, I hope it's Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake. Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez.
J Lo. I love J Lo.
I don't like
She's
her.
awesome.
It's J-Lo and somebody else. Who's doing the Super Bowl?
Shakira.
Oh, okay.
J
Her
Lo
still
and
sings.
Shakira.
I can't remember who it is. I know J-Lo. That's all I know.
Yeah, Shakira.
I didn't know Shakira
Oh,
sang
Shakira,
anymore.
yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah.
right.
She's a Latin.
Yeah, but she's like a one-hit wonder too.
J-Lo's a good
No, she's
entertainer,
not.
though.
She's big.
Is she?
Shakira's still big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're both still kind of hot, so that's why I'll be watching the halftime.
Yeah.
Costumes on.
Maybe they'll have a costume, a wardrobe
Malfunction?
malfunction.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
That was totally on purpose. That was not a malfunction. That was
Anna Jackson.
Mhm.
Yep.
That was totally planned.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's what said. Regis says she's huge. Well, I know her ass is huge. You don't have to tell me that. But I didn't even think she sang anymore.
Oh.
Shakira.
Oh.
Hmm. Well, I'm glad she's still going. I just remember her one song that I know of that was pretty popular.
Like I said the other day, look at when I went and saw Sawyer Brown, and I'm like, who the hell's Sawyer Brown? And I went there and I knew all their songs. It
Yeah.
was like, huh, who knew I was such a big Sawyer Brown fan? I had no clue who they were. I knew every word of every song.
Yeah.
Or maybe you know more of Shakira than you think you do.
Maybe. I don't know. I know she was on. Was she on not American Idol, but The Voice. She was on The Voice for a little bit, for one season or something. I don't know how. Maybe she's still on there.
You know whose music I used to really, really like when I was a teenager was Paula Abdul.
Oh yeah,
I used to love her music.
I liked Paula Abdul just as much as I did
No,
Janet Jackson or
yeah, her too.
Tiffany. You know,
Oh yeah, Debbie Gibson.
yeah.
Oh God. Now I put too much mayonnaise in here.
Too much what?
Mayo. I have
Oh.
cucumbers and tomatoes and mayo.
Mm.
I like a lot of mayo in here.
What are you eating?
Cucumbers, tomatoes, and mayo.
Oh,
Love it.
I didn't know that's all you were eating. I thought you were making a salad or something.
Well, it's tomatoes, cucumbers, and mayo. Miracle Whip salad dressing.
Yeah.
I can't believe how many people don't like Miracle Whip.
Yeah, I don't. It's not mayonnaise.
I put a little touch of milk in there, and usually, and it takes a little bit of the tanginess away. Tastes really
What?
good.
Why
What?
would you do that?
What? Put milk in it?
If you
It
have
makes it creamy.
mayonnaise,
It makes it creamier.
well, that's not mayonnaise. It's salad dressing. That's
Oh.
why. Adam says the voice judges have changed a lot. The only original one is Blake. Isn't Adam still on there too?
I don't think so. I don't watch it, so I don't know.
And Rita says I saw Paula Abdul in 2018, but I couldn't figure out who she was. Figure out if she was lip singing, but she had a good show.
I bet she does. I bet she was a good entertainer.
But do you think she lip syncs?
Oh, a lot of them probably do. Because
Yeah.
because they sound great. But if you go listen to somebody who is not lip syncing that is live, they really sound terrible.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I hate when they have like live versions of music on like cassette tapes or I just aged myself. On like CDs or whatever on their albums or whatever, and they have a live version. They sound horrible. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I'm assuming that a lot of them do lip sync. Did you stop and think about how much they're running around the stage and jumping around and dancing around?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them may not get out of breath that much, but come on, Paula Abdul's like what, 60? No, she's not that old, but
Well, maybe.
she might be
No.
close. I don't know, but anyways, you're telling me she's not gonna huff and puff at all, while she's singing and they're singing away. No, I do think that some of them do maybe lip sync.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing about all of the singers and everything. I mean, they gotta entertain,
Yeah.
Or like they're going and going and going every night, concerts, and they never have a sore throat. Come on. They're singers. They probably have sore throats more than most people,
Well, yeah, and when they do recordings in the studio, they've got a $20,000 microphone in front of them and a guy at a mixing board making the background music just perfect,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they will edit an album for months before they'll release it, just to get all the sounds right. So yeah, you're not going to get that in a live performance.
No, but you do. Sometimes you do get that nice sound in a live performance. That's when I think that they're lip syncing.
Yeah. Milli Vanilli.
Well, they were lip syncing somebody else's song, somebody else's music, somebody else's singing.
Yep.
Which I think it's fine. They got as long as it's their songs that they sang, and if they lip sync them, I think that's all right. I don't care.
long as the entertainment's good,
Yeah.
you know, as long as they're entertaining, not just sitting
Yeah.
up there, you know, lip syncing. I think that's
Yeah.
the key. Fishing and Picking says about 2 weeks ago I went to a live unplugged show with Travis Tritt. Less than 500 people. It was the best show I've ever been to. He spent 3 hours telling stories and singing for us.
Oh, I love Travis Tritt.
I know he's one of my favorite
Yeah, me
country
too.
singers. One of the favorites.
Me too.
And one of the reasons why I like him is, you know, I think probably not all of them, but you know, there's a few people out there. I can tell that, you know, they kind of got their, like Elvis Presley was somebody that they that inspired them. You know,
Mhm.
may not, you know, that may not be their kind of singing, but I don't know. It just makes me think that, you know, maybe he had something to do with, you know, them being as big as they were, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's doing pop-up tours with just him and his guitar. Oh, that's
That's
awesome.
so cool.
You know, Elvis used to do that. He used to do like little, you know, private type, not really private, but you know, he would just like sit on the end of the stage type of thing, and you know, talk to people. Of course, you know, at that time he had all the women screaming and probably throwing their panties up on stage and
Mhm.
all that stuff. But you know, OJ used to live near Travis Tritt's mansion in Georgia.
Oh wow.
That's cool.
Who used to do that, Valerie? I didn't hear.
To do what?
OJ.
Huh?
OJ
Oh.
used to live near Travis Tritt's mansion in Georgia.
Are you talking about what she was saying about Elvis?
Yeah,
Oh,
Elvis
Oh.
used to do that.
Yeah.
How in the hell did he talk to anybody with all those women screaming?
I don't know.
Oh, someone who listens. What is it? Now that I got it in my head.
Got in your head.
Yeah. I got Travis Tritt song in my head.
It used to drive me nuts anytime I was trying to like watch when a celebrity would go on like Good Morning America or something, or one of them talk shows. And these women, all they're doing is just scream and scream and scream. You can't hear a goddamn thing they're saying. It's like, shut the hell up. I'm trying to listen to them.
Wow.
Just telling him he's too old to play.
Yeah.
You know, and that's pretty cool that he went on the road like that and doing some little tours. You know, that tells that says a lot about him and his.
Get out of here, Fox. That one's done.
Are you throwing boxes around?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Man, I had some coffee on. I'm getting tired already.
I'll be right back.
Oh, it's chilly. Need something to warm up.
It's snowing outside.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for, I think today is supposed to be 38 to 40. Tomorrow's supposed to be 49.
Wow.
And then Sunday, 64 degrees. 64 degrees Sunday.
I'm a little bit jelly.
Let's see. It doesn't say any rain, so that's good. I was kind of thinking, well, if it's 64, then we're probably gonna have like thunderstorms or something.
Supposed to be 75 here on Sunday.
Ugh. I just love it. Love it, love it.
Put on my swimsuit and go out and get a tan.
There you go. Go take a swim.
Brr. That water's still about 65 degrees. No. It'll make body parts drop in a big hurry.
Yeah. OJ says, on our cruise this week, we watched the Broadway musical Grease live, and the old man next to me sang all the songs out loud. So annoying. Why do people do that? I would do it.
I would probably be one too.
Sorry. In advance.
You didn't want to hear them sing it, did you? Whoops.
Sometimes you just can't stop yourself, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like that. I would be
Grease
that annoying
lightning.
person. Mhm. Electrified. Yeah. I would so be like that.
Summer loving down in the sand.
Sing it. Yeah. Did you find anything at the church yesterday, Todd?
Yeah, I brought home 2 boxes of men's shoes. They had shoes on for $1 a pair.
Wow.
So I'm thinking those shoes aren't worth $10, but they're only $1 a pair. So I grabbed up about 10 pairs of men's shoes. I'm like, why did I do that? I did
they
get a
were
few
there?
okay ones. I got some Nike cleats and some Reebok cleats, and I don't know. Some of the, those old men's shoes with the Velcro top on them instead of the laces. I got a couple of pairs of those. So
Uh-huh.
those will be slow sellers, but some old farts like me still wear stuff like that.
Yeah.
Idiots, but yeah. It's better to be comfortable than to look good, I guess, when you're
That's right.
80 years old.
When you're old, you just don't give a damn anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
those
Jason.
I got a pair of the Sash shoes, San Antonio
Oh, yeah.
shoes. They look like hell, but they're comfortable.
That's all that matters.
And they're made pretty.
Yeah.
They're made pretty well. They got real leather and good soles, and they're cushiony soles, so they're comfortable to wear.
Sash usually sells pretty good for me.
Yeah,
I
but
usually sell them for 25 to 30.
I don't have a whole lot of pride in what I wear, but I won't wear Sash shoes. They just don't make a style that even remotely looks good.
Yeah. Sally, are you awake?
I am. I'm
Fading fast?
I'm trying to stay awake.
Mom wears red leather Sash shoes all the time.
Oh, yeah?
She buys a new pair of red leather Sash shoes about twice a year. And she wears them out. I mean, she gets the good out of them.
Yeah.
So the brand is Sass.
Yes.
Yeah,
SAS.
SAS, San Antonio Shoes.
Yep.
They've been around for 70 years, probably 60, 70 years.
Yeah. They do pretty good. I mean, they look like, please don't take offense, but they look They look like old. I refer to them when I see them as like old people's shoes.
Yeah.
A lot of nurses used to
Yeah.
wear them, and
Oh, they're very sensible shoes, but
yeah,
who wants sensible? We want to see 6-inch stilettos, and we want to see
That's not sensible to me.
we want to see
Neck breakers.
yeah, we wanted to see those calf muscles popping on those girls wearing
Oh
those
my
6-inch
gosh. I
stilettos.
don't know how they do it and stand up.
I don't either.
I would be on the floor with broken ankles. No doubt about it.
And yet, let's just see on Sunday how high J-Lo's heels are.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know how they.
they're
do it.
gonna be awful.
I don't understand how they can be upright.
And then they dance in them. Yeah.
Well, in the early 70s, tall clog shoes for men too.
Yeah.
I always had twisted ankles from them SOBs.
Patty says 90% of the shoes I buy for resale, my husband says those are ugly.
And that's all I got was some shoes. There wasn't anything else in there that was hardly worth buying.
Rita says, oh my God, the new girl wore some 3-inch heels yesterday, and I told her she didn't have to dress like that because we're pretty casual at work.
Patty. No, you don't want to see, unless you want to see pain. I think if I put on a pair of stilettos and stood up, I would tear a muscle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't tell you the last time I wore heels. It's probably 9 years ago, maybe 10 years ago.
Yep, it's been a long time.
I still got about 6 pairs of pink bridesmaid shoes that are brand new in the box.
Uh-huh.
I was at a garage sale.
Those will sell closer to May, July. Those will sell off.
About a year and a half ago, I picked those up at a garage sale. Now these are going to sell fast.
Yeah.
They're ugly. I mean, the only reason they would sell is if you're going to wear them to a wedding, I guess.
A wedding or that's probably about the only reason you can lose.
Believe it or not, I used to wear heels all the time. I used to be able to jump and run and dance and everything in heels when I was in high school.
We could do a lot of things that we can't now in high school. Believe me. Yeah, that was we could do a lot of things. We were invincible in high school.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Not no more. Not no more. So what am I doing? After I get off here, I'm going to do some shipping. Probably run those to the post office. And come back and do some a little bit of listing, and then I got to get to work on my inventory. That's my plan. Hey, Jess Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. I haven't seen you in forever.
Been working hard. Trying to
Sandy.
keep above float here.
A lot of times I go to Sandy's when she's working in her shop and just watch her. I don't make comments or do anything.
Yeah,
She's pretty interesting putting jewelry together.
yeah.
Kind of relaxing watching people do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like I like watching people make stuff. I also like watching makeup tutorials. I like watching people put makeup on. I don't know why. But now I don't get yelled at for staring because my sister used to put makeup on and I used to love watching her do it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why. And then I used to put makeup on. I used to wear makeup every day. But so it's not like I didn't know how to do it or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, and I would sit there and watch my daughter put makeup on too. And my sister and my daughter both would be like, why the hell are you staring at me? You know, staring at me. And I was like, I'm just watching what you're doing, you know? Well, now I can watch YouTube and watch people put makeup on and I don't get yelled at for staring.
There you go. That's safe. Yeah.
I
It's
think
always been a fascination of mine to watch somebody put makeup on. I don't know why.
if I tried to do what Sandy does, my fingers would have so many cuts and burns, and
Yeah. Me too.
I wouldn't be able to do it half the time because I'd be bleeding all over the jewelry.
Yeah.
Yeah. She does a really good job. And a lot of times I'll just, I'm kind of pulling, I've noticed that I've pulled away a little bit from YouTube,
Mhm.
watching videos and stuff like that, just because sometimes I think you can get too far in and then
You just get sucked
that
into
takes
it.
away from your business. You're not getting
Yeah.
the things done that you need to get done. So I try to, for right now, I'm just trying to stay afloat and grow the business and stay strong.
Oh, you're preaching to the choir, baby. I do that all the time.
Yep.
I just
I'm-
sit there and watch. Look at them dig up damn gold coins with that
Yeah.
metal detector, and look at them.
Yeah, you can get
Look at
sucked
them
in
make
there.
jewelry, and
Oh man, but yeah,
look
I
at
just
them.
try
Easy to get down rabbit holes.
I just try to focus on, I try to put something on TV that I can kind of listen to that I don't get really drawn into, and yeah, I just finished our Nurse Jackie, which is pretty good series. I really like that.
I went and rewatched Breaking Bad, and then I watched El Camino, and now I'm watching Better Call Saul.
Yeah,
It's actually a better show than I thought it was going to be.
yeah,
Yeah, that Saul guy. He's a good actor.
Yeah. I thought it would be kind of dumb, but no, it's actually pretty good.
yeah.
And there's a new season coming out in February. So
Of what? Of Better Call Saul?
yeah, on Netflix. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I thought it had ended, but Netflix says they're putting out a new season in February. Or it's coming on Netflix. They're not doing it. But.
Very nice.
So I'm assuming a new season will be coming on TV because that's usually when they release a new season on Netflix.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the next bunches of series of Walking Dead.
Yeah, me too. And my daughter the other day, she goes, "When does Handmaid's Tale come out?" I said, "Like May." She goes, "Oh my God."
Yeah, it's actually like June.
Yeah.
And,
And I looked it up and it said sometime between April and June.
Yeah. Yeah, but they only put a new season out every year. So you got a long ways to wait.
Yeah.
Oh, baby's down for a nap. Time to get to work. Yep. Get that stuff out of there. Hope everybody gets a lot of good sales today. I haven't sold my boots yet, but I got a couple of couple of watchers and put out a couple of offers. Nothing yet. Maybe the first of the month, maybe somebody will pop on them.
Yeah.
Excited for that. Oh my goodness. Ooh. I'm chilled.
Hey, Nikki, would you want black or white
What?
sweater?
Black.
Okay.
Why do they have them?
Huh?
Why do they have them on there?
Brandon says that they're at the store.
Oh, at Walmart?
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe I'll go look today.
Do you want me to have him get you one?
I'll go look at my Walmart.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Okie dokie.
I'll go look at my Walmart today and see what they have.
The white ones are only $11.
Wow.
I cannot wear white ever.
I know, me neither.
I'll
Might as
like
well-
buy a white t-shirt or whatever. I wear it that one time, I can never wear it again.
Yep. Might as well just take it off and throw it away. Throw it in the damn trash because I can't ever wear it again because,
I can wear it to church and I still cannot wear it ever again.
you know, I'm just about the same way with dark shirts nowadays because seems like any dark shirts that I own have bleach stains on them because I clean in them.
Yeah. I used to have this house that had white floors. And I used to take care of my nephews all the time. My nephews I just lived around the block from my nephews when they were little. And I mean, they were at my house constantly. You know how close I am to my nephews. I was constantly bleaching those floors. And yeah, all my pants, because I just dumped the bleach on the floor. And all my pants would have bleach speckles at the bottom of the pants.
Yeah.
Tom says it's snowing. It's snowing in North Carolina.
Oh,
Oh,
my
no.
gosh.
Everything's
Better
gonna
get the milk
stop.
and bread.
Snowing here too.
Hope you got your milk and bread. Toilet
Milk and bread
paper.
sandwiches. Milk sandwiches.
Oh my gosh. Morning, Tom.
Everything will be shut down for days.
Yep.
Mm.
They got a 1/4 inch of snow.
Brace. Yep. No milk, no bread, no water.
I have to put my truck into 4-wheel drive every night before I go to work
You do?
Oh.
because my driveway slopes down
Right.
and we have about 4 or 5 inches of freaking ice on our driveway. It's
Ugh.
just, it's all ice. On a warm day, Brandon was able to get all of it off of the steps, but our whole walkway and our driveway is ice.
Everything here is ice too. Oh my God.
Yeah, and then our back roads are ice. So I just keep the 4-wheel drive on until I get to the main road and then I turn it off.
Yeah.
That's
Already need to mow my yard.
I'm gonna drive to Texas and kick your ass. How about that?
God, you need to shut up.
The daffodils in the neighbors' yards are all in full bloom, and
What?
Wow.
yeah,
I don't believe you.
Oh, I believe it.
You're lying.
I
no,
believe it.
There's no flowers alive right now.
Maybe next year at this time.
yeah,
time,
daffodils.
maybe I will be in Texas and it'll be spring and I will be.
This ain't spring. It don't matter where you're at.
It's spring if, yeah, it is. If things are popping up.
You know,
Your blue
Just-
bonnets are coming up and your daffodils are showing. Yeah.
I
that's
used
great.
when I lived down in southern Minnesota, our growing season for the garden was at least a month and a half earlier than it was up here.
Yeah.
And that
Okay.
was just the difference. That was just a 5-hour difference from where I live now.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a month to a month and a half earlier than up here. So I
Hmm.
believe it. That way, that far down south, I believe it.
I am excited.
We're in February now, or tomorrow we will be.
Yep.
So I mean, even up here, the weather's going to start getting nicer now.
Yep.
When?
Well, usually middle of February it starts warming up.
No.
We get snow, but we're in the 30s most of the time.
She is lying to you.
No, I'm not.
Sometimes we have snow for Easter and May.
We do.
for-
I know. That's what I said.
For
I said
Mother's
we get
Day.
snow. We get snow, but we don't get the freezing cold.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
what I
in
mean.
in February is our hardest month
Oh, is it?
usually. Yeah.
Sometimes we get like in the beginning of February, it can get real cold, but usually by the middle of February, it usually starts warming up a little bit. We're usually
Not here.
in like the high 20s, usually at least in February.
Usually
I
we
know that
don't
sounds really
start.
cold for people like in Texas and stuff, but usually this year we've actually had a really nice January. I think all of January we didn't have anything below zero, or just
That's-
about most of the month.
That's
And
pretty
usually
unusual.
January
Yeah, I
was
see there.
all below zero. So, so when I say it's nicer in February, it's because we've gone from usually January is almost all below zero
Yeah.
to February, which is above zero, and you don't usually get below zero temps usually starting in the middle of February.
Usually all of our below zero temps are in February.
Really? Huh. Yeah,
And we
usually
don't-
when I get to the middle of February, I'm like, oh, now we're gonna have spring soon.
We don't start
But we
we
do
don't
get
start warming up
February and March
until
are big snow months here.
we don't start warming up. I mean, and when I say warming up, I mean warming up to like 40 until April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in May sometimes it even snows.
Yeah.
We've last 2 years we've had snow on Mother's Day.
Yeah. Last year we had snow in May. A little bit, but yeah, we had some.
Yeah.
I hate,
So
hate it.
We're
Hate it,
already
hate it.
we're already 7 plows ahead of last year. So we've gotten a lot of snow
Wow.
this year. But it's been warmer this year.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, we've gotten that too. Like we have a lot we haven't really had many snow days for kids, but we've had more snow this year than we did last year, and but it's been warmer,
yeah,
definitely.
warmer. Yeah, everybody's complaining about the weather, and it's like, you know what? This is the first January in a long time that I remember we didn't freeze through the whole damn thing. You know, I mean, it's been many years
Yeah.
since we haven't been below zero in January. Now, when I say it's warming up, I'm not like 30, 40 degrees, you know, but up here, you know, 20 degrees is pretty nice. 20
Yeah.
degrees and sunny.
Mhm.
That's a pretty nice day up here for January or even February, you know.
Yeah.
So when I say it's nice, you got to stop and think about what's nice up here.
Right. Right. It's a whole different story.
Mhm.
Your nice and my nice are two different things.
I mean, like when it dips down to like 20 degrees or 30 degrees in November and December or whatever, November, I mean, that's freezing. We're like, oh my God, it's so cold. But by this time of the winter, we've had so much below zero weather that now our bodies are like, oh my God, please come get up to 20 degrees today. You know, it's like,
Okay, so I got 11 items for 25.
Nice.
from my niece.
Yeah, so
Two-
that's like,
2 things of laundry detergent, a thing of Lysol wipes, a jug of Downy, 12 rolls of toilet paper, soft soap, body wash, an Irish Spring body wash, a Glade sprayer, and two boxes of Ziploc bags.
perfect.
Where'd you
So-
buy that?
My niece, she like if I need something and I don't want to go to the store and go shopping because I know I'll spend more money, I'll tell her what I need and she'll like, kind of put me a bundle together,
Yeah.
so
Well, and that helps her too,
yeah, it does.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Bye, Rita.
She
Rita.
usually sells her bundles on Facebook Marketplace.
Mhm.
So if she's
All
got
right,
something.
everybody. I hope everybody has a great day. We're gonna wrap it up.
Holy.
What?
I said holy. Sally was still talking.
No, she wasn't. She had already started. Stopped. Didn't you?
No.
I'm sorry. I said it.
It's okay. She's rushing me.
I
Jesus
thought
Christ,
I thought you had stopped. Nikki, hush.
it was like talking to my mother-in-law on the phone. Oh my God.
I don't remember what I was gonna say.
My
I thought
mother-in-law
you were
was sitting there
done.
enjoying the
You
conversation.
hesitated, so I thought you were done.
I know I did hesitate, but no.
I'm sorry.
I'll say now from now on. I'll say over.
Yeah, there you go. That way I know you're done. Thank you.
You're welcome. Over.
I'm the asshole. Over.
Ha 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 ha. Over.
My mother-in-law used to do that. We'd be having this long conversation, and all of a sudden she'd be like, just done. And she'd be like, all right, talk to you later. It's like, what the hell just happened?
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's okay.
I just thought it was funny. Give
I
us
thought
a
it was
laugh.
funny. I thought it was funny.
Valerie's gonna get working.
Over.
Work done. I have to get some work done.
She
I
doesn't have any
know.
time for this BS.
We're gonna have a hangout, so watching the squad and keep an eye on your notifications. Make sure you're
Probably tomorrow.
probably tomorrow evening sometime. We're gonna do a hangout.
Alive.
Just to list and hang out.
Yeah.
I have a funeral tomorrow, but
Yeah. Keep your eyes peeled.
I may have
Hi,
some
everybody.
stuff to show from
Love
auction.
you. And we'll see you later.
What'd you
have a
say,
good day,
Todd?
everybody.
I said, yeah, I'm going to auction tomorrow, so I may have some show and tell.
Cool.
Great. That
Cool.
sounds great.
So,
See what I can buy tomorrow. I don't need to buy anything. God, I gotta
Yeah,
get-
you do.
Add all that.
Buy all of it.
gotta make
Get all
hay
the
when
good
sun
stuff.
shines.
But
Love
they
you,
said
Kelly.
they had some sterling silver jewelry, so I was like, okay, now I gotta go. Sorry. End the show. Over.
Forgot to say it. Over.
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 Over and out.
Bye, everybody. Over.
Good night, Jason. Over.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.